Father Aurélien Kambale Rukwata, director of the Commission for Justice and Peace in the Diocese of Butembo-Beni, is calling for justice for victims of human rights violations in the Democratic Republic of Congo's troubled eastern regions. He emphasized that crimes against individuals created in the image of God must not go unpunished. Rukwata welcomed the International Criminal Court's plans to investigate abuses, particularly in North Kivu, expressing hope that swift action would deter further violence. Eastern DRC has faced decades of violence, with over 120 armed groups competing for control of its vast mineral resources. The resurgence of the M23 rebel group in 2021 worsened tensions, particularly after the UN accused Rwanda of supporting M23 forces. Additionally, the DRC government allegedly uses other armed factions, including the Wazalendo Coalition and the Forces Democratique de Libération du Rwanda, FDLR, against the M23. The involvement of Burundian troops further strained regional relations. The Allied Democratic Forces, or ADF, emerged as the deadliest group in North Kivu in 2023, targeting civilians in brutal attacks. According to Jeremy Frith of Catholic charity Barnabas Aid, regions like North Kivu and Beni, bordering Uganda and Rwanda, bear the brunt of the violence. Josue Aruna, executive director of the Congo Basin Conservation Society, blamed foreign corporations seeking minerals for fueling the conflict. He noted the devastating impact on local communities, where women and children face rape, forced labor, and displacement. Despite existing regulations, Aruna criticized international companies like Apple for exploiting the chaos and increasing mineral smuggling. Rukwata urged the Congolese government and the international community to hold perpetrators accountable and ensure justice for victims. He criticized the government's decision to lift its 20-year moratorium on the death penalty, calling it a violation of the right to life. Resorting to death is a failure, Rukwata asserted, reaffirming the Church's opposition to capital punishment. While Frith acknowledged that justice remains elusive for many, he emphasized that returning to peace would bring relief to suffering civilians. The UN continues to call for global attention to the plight of Congolese victims caught in a cycle of violence, exploitation, and weak governance. For more Christian news, subscribe to our newsletter,